Joey Cantillo facing the top. Neto went 5 straight games without a hit.
He's had some issues. He had shoulder issues, surgery he had a couple years ago.
The 1-2 bounced in front of the plate. Swung out and missed. Boy, that was. Whew.
You know, Arch.
Oh, it goes back a half a step.
And then he pushes off. Still stand up straight.
Swung out and missed. The changeup.
Boy, if he gets up.
Does a good job of overpowering hitters, or at least fooling them in the strike zone. Now that's the most in the majors. Out of play to the right. That's socked right at the left fielder though, Kwan. And Cantillo works home half of the third. The Guardians are up 2-0. Central as good as it appears, and as the A.
It starts getting a little bit warmer. We're at 500.
So what does that say about the American League is the question I have.
In the dirt, it gets away, and down to second goes DeLauder on the wild pitch. Now 1-0. Way out. Down, DeLauder moves to third, so a chance to add on 8 games in the month of May that he has played.
Ball in the air, get yourself a sacrifice fly.
Ball 3. Ball 4. The bullpen just yet, and we'll get
Wayside Furniture, keeping it.
Ansardo.
Cleveland, first baseman number 9.
Well, that tells me that they're hoping Manzardo hit third. Unless they figure if he gets, he's not going to keep DeLauder from scoring playing Neto.
Unless Neto goes to second, you know what I mean? Unless they try to turn 2 from.
Well, that's
to
what'll
short,
happen.
you know
He'll
what I mean?
have
He
to be
has
right there at second base. He'll have
awkward. It's an awkward setup.
2-1 and 1 out, and a 2-2 count for Manzo.
Yeah, this guy doesn't like to throw
A lot of pitches. Mess him up not only for today, but for the rest of the series.
well on their way.
In the inning to load the bases with only sort through this. We'll check in.
Hoskins, before the game, he came up.
Year-end department or the hit department or all over the field kind of guys that we know, do the right thing.
These 2 guys have put up no one else on the field.
And those
Back in center, I'm sorry. Play DH is not possible.
remember
The
going
leg,
from second.
Calf, right? Wasn't it?
Yes.
Because we thought at
Leg, and they said, okay, we'll just take him out and see what's wrong.
first it may have been Achilles the way he pulled up.
I think they're making it hurt. Already in the second inning. So jump out.
Play.
It floats in for a strike. Rivero to keep that from getting by.
A great pick. Got man on third base.
At one time, Kirby Yates was a dominant closer with the Padres at 41 saves back in 19 with a 1 count.
about that? Didn't have to swing the.
And not just swinging at everything, trying to.
It's patience.
Yeah.
On the board in this, still have them at the corner.
That was only the 8th strike of the inning. Thrown by an Angel.
Picks the ball. The Guardians have.
Just to knock it down and keep it from getting by him.
Job just to keep it in front of him. Fry was just going to stay at third base, not going to send him home on that situation.
Infield in. Another challenge by Bazzana.
The Guardians has 1 challenge remaining.
Why you have the challenge system. Bazzana with a 2 exploded with a 5-run 3rd inning.
It looked like it was slicking down, but.
So the Guardians, Kirby Yates, they've tagged every Angel pitcher. Well, with and it's 1-on-1.
That was out of the zone.
On the follow through, clip the catcher. Kirby Yates. The inning as Bazzana moves to 3rd.
I was going to say, he broke the
Ask
one.
him how many more he's got.
I'm going to, and he's a little mad right now. I'm down
Handle.
in the hands, yeah.
Well, you start looking in and you hit him off the
Use
end.
the middle.
Yeah. It's called the barrel. Okay, he's over it now, Andre.
Injury. They say he just hasn't got his velo back, and that splitter doesn't have the same. Oh, he just came back from another injury.
Knee injury in his minor league days with the Tampa Bay Rays. So
He's got to be what, 37?
he will be
glue and tape.
Right, but you can tell he just doesn't look comfortable out there right now.
40 pitches for the Angels. Juan strikes out. The Guardians erupt. 5 runs in the
Summers.
4 walks issued by the Halos, and the Guardians made him pay.
Yeah, held together with glue and tape.
Right, but you can tell he just doesn't look comfortable.